that Zion Williamson injury still pisses me off the morning after. It really felt like a kick to the nuts, because that performance from Zion and what he was doing was literally everything we ever wanted out of Zion. Obviously, it's the sheer stats, where it was 40 points on 17 of 27 shooting, 11 rebounds, 5 assists. But I think what was really super noticeable and impressive about what Zion was doing in that game against the Lakers is that, fair or not, for the entirety of his NBA career, like, Zion's love for the game has been questioned. Again, like, some people might say this or some people might say it's not, but like, he comes into the league as this generational, insanely hyped #1 overall pick. I remember, like, he had like 90 million in endorsements before he played an NBA game, was the cover of 2K, I think before his sophomore year, and there was obviously like the stuff about his conditioning and his weight, and it all manifested in those questions of like, does he really want to be great? Does he really want to be a legend of the game that we all know he can be? Or is he just here to, have fun playing basketball for a living, making millions and millions of dollars? There's nothing wrong with that, but it's just like, we weren't sure, and because we knew that he had the potential to be one of the all-time greats, it was sort of frustrating. And then you watch this game, and it was just so, like, one of the things I always love about stars and superstars is when, they play up to the moment. Right? Because a lot of guys will sit there and they'll tell you, nah, every game means the same. It's just another game, blah, blah, blah. Like, I like it when stars actually say, like, no, this game means a lot. This game means more. Now, obviously, a single elimination game means a lot, and you have to treat it as such. And so I'm really glad Zion did. But also, like, more importantly, like, going up against LeBron and Anthony Davis. LeBron, in particular, being the guy he was compared to coming out of college, is like that next, generationally hyped #1 overall pick. And, like, you really saw Zion go at him. You did. Like, he was not taking it lightly. He was going at LeBron. He even blocked LeBron on one of his shots. Like, you could tell, like, this was literally the first time in Zion's entire NBA career where I really felt like, oh, this dude wants it. Like, this dude wants to be great. Like, this is the sense, like, this is the feeling we've always been looking for out of him, where it's like, oh, he wants to beat LeBron. He wants to beat Anthony Davis. He wants his team to win. Like, it was very apparent, not just in the numbers, but just you saw like the intensity and the energy he was bringing to every play, where he was just attacking the rim relentlessly, not settling, offensive rebounds, was active defensively. Like, it was everything you could have ever wanted, given everything that he's been through and all the questions that have, arisen because of all the stuff he maybe hasn't done. And it was so great. And then for it to just sort of like come crashing down like immediately, where he hits that like floater over LeBron and just starts grimacing, and then he leaves, and now it's just like it's just sort of back to like the same conversations we've been having about Zion, where it's like, can he stay healthy? Like, is it physically possible for a guy of his size and explosiveness to stay healthy? He was answering those questions this season. He played in 72 games, I believe, and it was just so deflating and the ultimate kick in the nuts, because like the Pelicans were also like, they go down big and then they start coming back, and Zion, props to Willie Green, because he put Brandon Ingram on the bench, and sort of went with a more like spread out offense, for Zion. And he was sort of like, oh my God, like, we see the vision, it's spread offense for Zion, just let him clear out and go to work. And it was just everything we ever wanted from a Zion performance, where it was a 5-out. It was him being super aggressive and really, for like the first time, just looking like he wanted to be great. Like, he wanted that challenge of beating LeBron in a, obviously not a playoff game, but the play-in game. And for it to, it's not just that they lost, but like the fact that he went, like, if he finishes out that game, like, I think he left with like 3 minutes left. Like, could that game have gone differently, and would they have won? And now, like, he's hurt. They're calling it a hamstring injury. That's super vague. What does that even mean? It's probably worse. Like, is he going to be able to play against Sacramento? It was just so deflating. Like, just, it sucked, because it was the kind of stuff we wanted to see out of Zion, and we were finally seeing out of Zion, and it was so great. And then it just ended, and now, like, we don't really know. Like, even if he does come back and plays against Sacramento, like, is he going to be the same? Can he even play? Like, it was just such a we were really riding high. We were really riding high, soaring. Momentum was going the right direction for everyone on the Zion bandwagon, and for it to just come crashing down like that is just another frustrating chapter in his career, because it really did feel like, oh, this is like his coming out party, so to speak, and now it's anyone's guess what the rest of this year holds for him. So, bummer.